Pass to Doncic. The three is up. The rebound by the Timberwolves. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
It was an all-out effort on defense. I mean, they stepped up for one another and helped each other out so well on this end.
We talk about multiple efforts on the defensive end, and I thought, boy, that was good old-fashioned focus, team effort. What a win.
From deep, here's Doncic. The shot, no good. Here's Dillingham. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one. And indeed.
The previous play is under review.
I have to admit, it's really difficult to decipher exactly what happened. They'll go to the monitors as this is a big call.
The ruling on the floor is overturned.
Nigga!
You could try. Getting happy in the spot, going up.
Lead the league in scoring. I'm Michael Jordan, and what's your name? Well, it's not important. If you, then I'm pouring. From the evening to the morning, I can watch that for hours. I be on them thunderstorms, y'all on them scattered showers. Look, a southern chick, she gotta be collard greens, cornbread, sitting properly. Yeah, I'm Hall of Fame and got it raining in my zone. Let's make arrangements for some live entertainment later on. I'm so rich, I'm clutching, I'm tougher than Jimmy Butler. Gotta see and double. You should double dribble. Bounce that in my direction. I'm a champ. No game 7 in my section. I'm throwing hundreds. Look at how they bought it. I know she love it. Love the way I'm ballin'. Michael Jordan. Party jumping. 3 in the morning. I'm a hooper to be.
It's time to be out for your Minnesota Timberwolves! At point guard, at 6 feet, number 10, Mike. Forward, standing 6'9", number 3, Jaden McDaniels. Starting at center, Standing 7 feet 1, number 27, Rudy Gobert. At the power forward position, at 6'9", number 30, Julius Randle. On the guard, standing 6'4", number 5, Anthony Edwards.
Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Along with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at the Mavericks, they're on a roll right now, making their way to the #1 spot.
When I look at Minnesota, they know they're capable of more, and I think we can expect to see them increasing their efforts in the games ahead.
Looking at the starting five for the Dallas Mavericks. Thompson, the small forward, Washington holding down the floor. The two stars in the backcourt, Luka and Kyrie. And it's Gafford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Timberwolves, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1. Year after year, this early portion of the season is characterized by a great deal of overreaction, Grant.
The media and fans build up a lot of expectations in the offseason. And it's not that bad, but when those expectations aren't met, watch out. Listen, we all just need to settle down and see how things play out. The season is still very young.
Now here's Conley. Outside McDaniels. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Oh, Mr. McDaniels with the response. How competitive is this guy?
Thompson outside. Doncic against Edwards. Goes up on the wing. Doncic, no good. Irving against Conley. Oh, it's blocked by Washington. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Washington. And here's Edwards outside. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic with it. He's picked up by Conley. Shakes him. And the layup is good by Doncic. Doncic has got 5 points.
Well, the exceptional handle. Doncic has every move, can go in any direction. Look out, folks.
Edwards can't hit.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Pass to Doncic. From deep. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Grant, as long as the Mavs have Luka Doncic, they'll be a contender in the West.
Yeah, no doubt. Luka is the special guy who can carry a team. He's an MVP candidate year in and year out, and Dallas is just very lucky to have him.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Following the score by Minnesota. Irving for 3. Randle pulls down the board.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Edwards for 3. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Irving played it in with a nice touch off the window.
If you get caught watching the ball against Kyrie, he's going to go right by you every time.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Randle. And he buries his first look.
Check out the handles. A spin move like that is how you lose the nearest defender.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Attention fans, now on the court in your captain.
Minnesota with some changes. Reed's checked in for Gobert. And Dillingham subbed in for Conley. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Irving. Doncic on the wing. Here's Gafford, just 5 to shoot, fires from deep. And Washington with the basket on the assist by Gafford.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Here's Dillingham. Reed finds Randall, takes the 3, sinks it from distance. Randall's got 5.
Oh my goodness, what a response by Randall. Yes, you can make a 3, so can I.
Thompson, a screen on Edwards. Down low. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Randall, and it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randall.
Pass to Irving. On the wing, Thompson. Washington outside. Now Irving puts up a deep 3. Randall pulls down the board.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
Now Edwards. Against Toronto, he was really on his game. Floats one up. Washington grabs the miss.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Luka Doncic has established himself as a perennial candidate for MVP. He controls the game with the basketball in his hands. He is an incredible driver, and he makes the game easy for the guys around him.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. I asked Coach how they plan to defend Kyrie Irving. He laughed and said, "That's top secret, but seriously, Irving's got those moves, the counter moves, the incredible finishing around the rim, and sometimes you just hope Kyrie has an off night." We'll see how locked in Kyrie is tonight, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's DiVincenzo. 8 points in his last timeout.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And here's Doncic. Washington outside. Outside for Irving. Launches a 3. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Timberwolves trail by 6. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Dillingham. No points yet. Pass to Alexander Walker. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And that's exactly what he's paid to do. Unleash on the iron.
That's going to inject some juice into this team. And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Doncic. Turned in an outstanding game against Utah. And down it goes. 2 points. Doncic has got 9 points.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Here's Dillingham. After the basket by Dallas.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
All right, look who's coming off the court. Come on, get up.
Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. And the Mavericks making a change here. And since we have a moment, here are last year's most efficient scorers around the league. Daniel Gafford on top. Second is Rudy Gobert.
These guys are as close as you get to a sure thing on the offensive end. All season long, they were shooting with pinpoint accuracy.
Dallas leading by 4.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Lively. Here's Marshall. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter. This one for 3. They get it back. Washington with the ball. Clock at 6. Lively passes to Marshall. No good with the triple.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Here's Alexander Walker. Misses the 3. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 14 and looking in control. Well, Doris, if you're a Wolves fan, you really have to enjoy the present.
Well, think about it. 56 and 26 last year, their second best record ever. A 3 seed in the West, also their second best ever. As long as they have the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, that team should be a factor in the West.
No coverage that time.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Washington a screen. Doncic into the lane. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
This guy moves so well with the ball in his hands, and Doncic knows how to initiate contact and get himself to the line when he puts it on the deck.
That free throw no good. And you got to give this Dallas front office credit for how they've acquired quality role players, Graham.
Well, BA in particular adding length and athleticism. That's helped them defensively, as well as providing some lob targets for Luka and Kyrie.
Exum's checked in for Washington. Here's Dillingham. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
If he's operating in pick and roll, because Rudy Gobert is such a big target, hard to guard him.
For Dallas, they've got 8 of 15 shots to go. Screen by Lively. Pass to Doncic. The 3 is up. The rebound by the Timberwolves. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
It was an all-out effort on defense. I mean, they stepped up for one another and helped each other out so well on this end.
We talk about multiple efforts on the defensive end, and I thought, boy, that was good old-fashioned focus, team effort. What a win.
From deep, here's Doncic. The shot, no good. Here's Dillingham. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one. And indeed.
The previous play is under review.
I have to admit, it's really difficult to decipher exactly what happened. They'll go to the monitors as this is a big call.
The ruling on the floor is overturned.
So the replay was conclusive. Call overturned. Grant, that one's going to count.
And BA, you can argue against replay all you want, but at the end of the day, you want it to be a level playing field. You want the call to be correct.
Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. Timberwolves ahead, up 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Minnesota.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And so Conley will bring it up for the T-Wolves. This game against Dallas here, it's their first meeting of the season.
This team downed them in last year's conference finals, ultimately ending their championship dreams.
Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Jaden McDaniels. And it's Reed in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Now here's Irving. He had a big outing in that Jazz game as well. Here's Edwards. The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Lively. Exum left side. Grimes, the pass to Marshall. Here's Lively, guarded by Edwards. Back to Marshall. Pass to Grimes. Here's Marshall. Irving for three. Knocks down the long J. Irving's gotten his third basket of the night. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Now here's McDaniels. Fades back. Lively grabs the miss. Here's Grimes, guarded by Edwards. Outside Irving. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him.
And great job to establish position and square up.
The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. Conley against Irving. The putback controls the rebound and the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
And Minnesota with some changes. Gobert comes in for Reed. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. On the wing, Irving. DiVincenzo covering. Pass to Grimes. Lively with a screen on Edwards. To the inside. To the left side wing. Here's Marshall. Dallas no good that time either.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Gobert with a screen on Irving. DiVincenzo. And another basket for Minnesota. Mavericks trail by 3. Irving, the pass to Grimes. Irving, a screen on Edwards. Here he goes. Here's Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Derek Lively at such a young age, such a good screener, and then gets to open space and finishes. Everything you want from a young big.
Now here's Randle. And he also played a big role in their last game with Toronto. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line. Garza's checked in for Minnesota. Washington's checked in for the Mavericks. Minnesota shooting their first foul shot of the night. And Randle no good on that one. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Mavericks trail by 3. It's Exum on the wing, guarded by Edwards. Exum passes to Marshall. Inside, here's Irving. Tries again. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Come on, that is remarkable work from Kyrie. Ridiculously crafty at how he gets into the defense and draws the foul.
Ingles, he's checked in for Minnesota. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. Gafford, he's checked in for Dallas. Klay Thompson comes in for Exum. All right, Doris, Kyrie Irving is a special talent. What's his greatest asset, you think, on the floor?
Oh, B.A., this is a tough question. If you ask NBA players, they'll tell you the guy with the best handle historically is Kyrie Irving. But to me, his best attribute, fearlessness, the ability to deliver when it most matters.
Here's Marshall. He's scoreless. The three from Washington. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
We think of Thompson as a beautifully gifted shooter, but make no mistake, he understands when and where to place the basketball when a teammate is open.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss. That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Please give a big round of applause for your Timberwolves. You dare to.
Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dillingham comes in for Anthony Edwards. And Dallas with a change here, too. Luka Doncic is checked in for Irving. The 3, DiVincenzo. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got 5 rebounds tonight. The 3 from Thompson. Oh, and he can't make that one. 2 for 3 now, his first miss. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Alexander Walker. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Alexander Walker's got 6 points.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Here's Doncic. The layup misses. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. That's good from Dillingham on the assist by DiVincenzo. And now just a 1-point Dallas lead. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They defeated Utah in their last game.
And that night, they did a great job of executing their plays and creating mismatches.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
And the upcoming schedule for the Minnesota Timberwolves. On Friday, they'll be playing against Russell Westbrook and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs.
And for that game against the Bulls, that will be the 8th contest of the year for them. The season is young, but they are starting to sharpen up.
And Jason Kidd inking a multi-year contract extension, Doris. He'll remain the Dallas head coach.
Well, B.A., you have to give Jason a ton of credit for the job he's done with this basketball team. And think about it. Your coach is a Hall of Fame level floor general in his own right. And now your best player, Luka Doncic, is an elite point guard. Just a perfect match.
You like how their perimeter game is building out. They're feeling it right now.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Klay Thompson picks one up. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Mavericks.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Now here's Doncic. 13 points in the game. Pass to Gafford. A minute 39 left to play in the first half. Timberwolves trail by 3. Ingles, a screen on Thompson. Here's Edwards. Takes it inside.
Boy, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got the handle, I've got the strength off the dribble drive. Pretty move.
Dallas has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. The 3 from Thompson. Reed with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Dillingham. He's guarded by Irving. Driving in. Ingles from outside. Drops in the 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
So you've got to chase Joe Ingles off that three-point line because he is lethal.
Three-pointer. Doncic delivers from range.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Here's Dillingham. He's got 6. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Dillingham was the 6th man during his lone college season, Grant, and he proved to be instant offense.
Oh, he's got elite speed. He's great at creating space, and he's incredibly shifty. You know, he reminds me of Lou Williams in terms of physique and ability.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Randle, good.
So Julius Randle, once he starts percolating, is a dangerous offensive player.
From deep, here's Doncic. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Edwards, a pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Takes a 3. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Minnesota. They lead by 3. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with PJ Washington. PJ, what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shots, rebounding, and not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. Is that too many wonderfuls?
No, you're wonderful.
A look here now at Minnesota. They've started this season on the right foot, something we kind of expected given their offseason. We'll see if this is a pace they can maintain as the year rolls on.
Moving on. The Mavs find themselves in a battle. Close matchup so far.
I hate what they're doing on defense. Giving up too many gimmies, it makes me mad just watching it.
And I've seen you on the golf course and the hardwood, Shaq. Gimmies are the only shots you make.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Minnesota leading by 3. And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half. Washington and Gafford the combo inside. Irving and Thompson fill out the wings. And it's Doncic in at the point. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Luka Doncic is in elite company. Coach Jason Kidd said he's in the atmosphere of MJ, LeBron, Kobe, the best to ever do it. He's doing something that Dallas has never seen, breaking all the records that stand up in front of him. He is a winner, and he will win multiple championships when it's all said and done. High praise, Brian.
Absolutely. Thanks, Allie. Gafford with the block.
Boy, you see the great timing of Daniel Gafford on the defensive end.
The Mavericks making a switch here. Lively's checked in. Randle against Washington. The 3, DiVincenzo. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle. DiVincenzo's got 8.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
To the paint. Here's Irving. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass. 13 points in the game. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. They lead by 4. Gobert with a screen on Washington. Shot from 12. That won't go either for Randall. And Dallas with possession. Irving for 3. Dillingham with a rebound. Minnesota's gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound outside. DiVincenzo. Here's Gobert. Blocked!
Just stellar defense from Derek Lively. Uses that length to send him back.
And it's Doncic missing. The Timberwolves lead by 4. Here's Dillingham. Here's Gobert. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got 5 rebounds tonight. Irving, the pass to Thompson. Oh, rejected by McDaniels.
McDaniels with the defensive presence twice on the pipes.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
Here's Gobert. And Gobert flushes it home.
We always know this has been the strength of Rudy Gobert, getting the offensive window. Nicely done.
Mavericks trail by 8. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. New group for the Timberwolves. All right, for this break, let's take a look at the teams that were the toughest to score against last year. The Timberwolves, number 1.
And their gritty mentality when it came to defense was really infectious. They were the best last year at holding opposing teams to low-scoring totals.
Here's Thompson. He's got 5. Pass to Doncic. Here's the 3. Oh, he connects. His 7th basket. He's 7 of 15 now.
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka in the house.
Edwards, no good. Mavericks trail by 5. And now let's check in with Allie LaForce to see how Daniel Gafford's doing. Allie?
The head athletic trainer for the Mavericks let me know the status. The initial reports are saying that this is a serious injury and that he'll likely miss significant playing time. This is certainly not the way they wanted to start the season. Frustrating for both him and for the team. We'll keep you posted as we find out more.
All right, Allie, thank you. Sadly, that's not the news fans were hoping for, guys.
Definitely not. Seems like he's got a long, tough road ahead of him.
And our hearts go out to him. The guy works so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
It's stolen by Lively. Doncic with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Irving with it. 13 points in the game. Lively finds Irving. Now here's Doncic. Luka on the attack.
Boy, yet another night for Luka Doncic. This guy is forcing everyone to play at his pace right now.
Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle stats.
B.A., this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen. But you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Washington outside. Thompson outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
Mavericks trail by 8. Doncic outside. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Minnesota. outside Reed. Back to Edwards. And that's a foul called on P.J. Washington. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Dallas. Gafford, he's checked in for Lively. Marshall comes in for Washington. And it's Grimes in for Irving. Reed with it. Marshall's there. And Minnesota with some changes. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's DiVincenzo in for Edwards.
Jaden McDaniels. DiVincenzo.
Here's Conley. That one goes. Count it. Conley's got this first bucket of the night.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Thompson passes to Doncic. And here's Gafford. Pass to Doncic. Tipped.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Thompson with a steal. And they're pushing it up. Reed with the rebound.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
McDaniels finds Reed. Three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And here's Doncic outside. Rebound Minnesota. Reed's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. McDaniels uses the glass on the layup. McDaniels got 5.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels with a very good sense for when he should look to score it, especially in the painted area.
And he's going for the lob. And the dunk by Gafford.
Boy, Gafford gets off his feet quickly, and the pass is absolutely perfect.
McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. From 20 feet. Rebounded by Marshall.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Gafford with the bucket.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Conley looking for an opening. Pass to Garza. Three-pointer. Doncic pulls down the board. Doncic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Grimes. DiVincenzo covering. The 3 from Thompson. McDaniels with some nice D.
A donut for him this quarter. They could really use his points to improve their situation.
Thompson passes to Doncic. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Now here's Reed. He's got 5. Outside, DiVincenzo to the middle. Reed, good. Reed's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
And here's Doncic outside. And the Mavericks, another 3.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his three-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
And as we end the 3rd quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. It's Minnesota up by 4. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Mike Conley out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's McDaniels. Then it's Joe Ingles. And it's Garza in at the 5. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Conley passes to DiVincenzo. Lays it up and banks it in.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
And Irving has got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. They'll be playing host to Houston for their next game. That game starts a nice 5-game homestand for them. Washington passes to Marshall. Here's Grimes. Off target from 3-point range. Minnesota leading by 6. Outside Conley. On the take. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Now here's Irving. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Washington a screen on Conley. Here's Irving. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Mike Conley.
You know, Irving isn't just a perimeter player. He's so dynamic inside as a scorer. His strength, his savvy, tough to keep the defense on balance.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. The Timberwolves shooting 47% in this one, looking efficient. Randall on the screen. And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's Randall with the jam.
Really nice decision-making by Anthony Edwards. If you're going to play in the NBA, you've got to read off pick-and-roll action.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Pass to Washington. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Minnesota leading by 7. Randall inside. He's guarded by Washington. Randall can't hit. Here's Marshall. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
The handles Irving has remain absolutely filthy. I mean, he just carves up defenses like it's nothing.
Picked by Gobert. Here's Edwards. Oh, a sensational slam by him.
Oh, give me a little sauce. Anthony Edwards rise high and finish over the defender.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Grimes. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Edwards has got his 4th rebound in this one. Lets it go from the wing, and he nails that one right through the heart. Now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
Irving, pass to Marshall. Back to Irving. 5 to shoot. Going inside. Randall with a steal. Here's Alexander Walker. Hook it. And it's Randall with the assist. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Irving with it. Randall's in his pocket. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got rebound number 11.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since. And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, they did a tremendous job keeping guys fresh. Their aggressiveness took over, showcased by their points off the fast break.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
Outside Irving. Pass to Gafford. And here's Thompson. Outside Irving. Over Dillingham. And the shot's good by Irving. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's just a master of understanding pick and roll and how to develop a quality shot. Such a dangerous guy in those sets.
And there's the lob. Thompson with a steal. Irving goes in. Can't cash it in from close range. The Timberwolves lead by 10. Alexander Walker, the pass to Randall. Here's Dillingham. And he drives in. Shot clock at 6. Up top, Edwards. He's guarded by Irving. Edwards can't hit.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager.
And it's good for 2.
See, Kyrie never hesitates. As soon as he sees that open man, boy, it is on time.
Randall against Washington. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Timberwolves.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, Julius Randle has made it clear he has big aspirations as a player. And what you love is he's going to invest the time to make his game all that much more dangerous.
Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused.
Get out of your action-packed Ice Squad. Attention,
The Timberwolves making a switch here. McDaniels checked in. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He lit into them over their transition defense. He said, quote, "Enough is enough. Get back on D. We have to slow them down." The discrepancy in fast break points is eating at him. We'll see how they respond.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
That's good from Doncic.
What you love about Luka Doncic is he's this unique combination of size and skill. He could really play cross-positionally. He makes shots at all 3 levels, so dangerous.
Reed for 3. Connects from downtown. Reed's got 10 points here in the second half.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Pass to Doncic. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got rebound number 8 now. Here's Edwards. Edwards with some muscle.
Well, we know this about Anthony Edwards. This guy, one of the stronger guards in this game. That's a tough finish.
Gafford the screen. And here's Doncic, guarded by Edwards. Fades. Doncic, no good.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And hey, we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Outside Reed. Back to Randall. Gafford with the block. Doncic against Reed. And Washington powers it through.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
They get it back. Here's McDaniels. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Gafford finds Doncic. From outside, off the mark.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Timberwolves.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
and they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Julius Randle.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Here's Irving. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Julius Randle.